During the last Wednesday night live hack, I launched our latest fundraising raffle. This one is dedicated to the delightful Doutzen. She's always been such a happy soul, and she's like a little ray of sunshine herself, which makes her trademark colours of mustard or sunflower yellow quite apt, really. Many of our raffles have been to celebrate the horses' birthdays, and hers was at the end of March. But what better time to have this one than at the start of the season, where we'll get to see a little bit more of the sun and a little less of the rain, hopefully. This raffle's going to run for the next 2 weeks, with the winner being selected after the Wednesday night live hack on the 8th of May. I'm delighted to tell you that the artist herself, Diane Cox, will be joining us that evening to announce who the lucky winner is. You'll see a link to the raffle in the description on this video. Others coming up in the future include Holly's special girl, Xiaoqia, in her gorgeous pink colours. As you will see later in this video, the man-eater herself, Chili Girl, Red Pepper, Yolanda, and everyone's favourite rainbow boy, Nero himself. His is already made and ready to raffle in time for his birthday later this year. We're so lucky to have such wonderfully gifted, kind and generous supporters to create really unique pieces to support the work that we do, and really to give others the opportunity to have a little piece of each of the Friesians in their lives. The legendary Wendy Martin, she's created so many felted goodies over the years with fleece from our own pet sheep. She's done clutch bags, tote bags, scarves for each of the horses' birthdays, and if you saw them fairly recently, those wonderful little heartfelt hugs, all made with hairs from the tails of each of the horses. We've also got those gorgeous little key rings made by Angela Addison, again using the tail hairs from each of the horses and using unique little charms to represent each of their characters. So for now, enjoy the rest of this video where you'll hear a little bit more from Diane and where the idea started for her to make these stunning quilts in each of the horses' colours to help us raise funds for the sanctuary. She also gives us a little insight into the work involved in creating these masterpieces. The videos and pictures really don't do them justice. They don't do justice to the amount of work and the fine details involved in each and every creation. Anya's in particular is breathtaking, and I'm afraid that nobody's going to get the chance to win hers, as I'm going to be a little bit selfish and keep that one for myself, and you'll see why if you keep watching. Now, one last thing before you do move on to the rest of the video. Can I ask you one small favour, and it won't cost you a penny. If you've not done so already, could you please just hit the subscribe button? And it all helps, because if we can build our following, it will allow us to keep improving what we do here at Greenbank Farm to support all of these wonderful horses like Nero, who's down in the field there, enjoying his taste of freedom after we've managed to put him through surgery, all thanks to your help. Anyway, enjoy the video. I've just received the most beautiful of gifts from Diane Cox.
I loved creating it. It's been absolute joy. In fact, I don't really want to give it you, but I am, because it's Anya.
Thank you, that's very kind. You could always make a duplicate for yourself.
Well, I was thinking maybe make some in the colours of the horses instead.
What a really good idea.
Yeah.
And then we could put them up for raffle, couldn't
Yeah.
we? I absolutely adore this.
Now,
And
just
this was Anya at the...
I've actually slightly stuffed her eye so it sticks out a bit.
Oh, okay.
When you hold them like this, Holly, it makes you realise how heavy the quilts are, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's such beautiful quality though, isn't it?
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's going to look very beautiful
And
on my
then
head.
on the back, if we turn round, Holly, you go the other side, is Anya's colours.
Oh wow!
Peacock
I hadn't
green.
even registered that.
Peacock green.
So if Anya's having trouble, you have to turn it round the other way when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Or, if worse comes to worse, you can use use it as a duvet on her.
Oh, I could share it with her. Go
share
to
it
sleep
with
with her
her.
in her stable.
Diane's just going to tell me a little bit more about the whole process that you go through in creating your very beautiful quilts.
Okay, so the bit that I thoroughly enjoy is thinking about all the colours and putting the colours together. And my normal quilts follow patterns and designs, but obviously this was a screenshot of the summer solstice ride of Anya. So I was following a photograph.
So that was one of the live hacks that I did
was
during
a live
last
hack
summer.
of the summer solstice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And it's her standing in the sun, hence her mane is all beautiful golden colours. And then once I've done the top, which is the bit I love doing, I often have a bit of a gap before I then sandwich it with the wadding and the back.
When you say a gap,
I just need time to reflect on the fact that I finished the top. And usually when I finish the top, I've added the border,
okay,
which in this case is sort of a peacock green, but a bit brighter for Anya, to represent Anya. And then you put the back out with the top side down, then you put the cotton wadding in,
yeah,
and then you put the top on, and then you have to pin it all together and try and get it as straight and as tight as you can. And then you machine it, and I machined this by using what they call stitch in the ditch. So although it doesn't look like it's stitched, it is. There's a stitch line here.
You can't see it at all.
And then every four square blocks, there's a line going down across, and then 4 up from the bottom there's a stitch line across, and 4 up from the top, and then straight across the middle, so that obviously it won't come apart. So when you look on the back, you can see those stitch lines, but hopefully they're not too obvious.
it all looks
the
beautifully symmetrical to me.
And it always wrinkles a bit, because however hard I try and pull them, I haven't got the machine. I do these on my kitchen table.
Is that what? Do you know? I was wondering whether you had a big workbench to do them on, but
we don't have that sort of house. I'd love a separate craft room, but that's not possible.
do you know? It's funny. It's one of the things that I was thinking for one of these barns. It could become a big craft room because Bailey.
Because what I really missed was this: is having that opportunity to have one of those ginormous tables. Because my kitchen table is just one that seats 4 people from IKEA, you know. And but yeah, so sometimes I've done them on the floor, but I'm afraid my knees, hips, and back don't really cope with that anymore.
Right, we need to build you a workroom up here.
Yes, you do.
Along with Tamara's workshop.
Oh my God!
Wouldn't
can you
that be
imagine?
amazing?
We could spin the wool. Wendy could do all the things. I could do the quilt. Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that. Oh, get quite excited. So yeah, so that's it. And when you wash it, which people wash them rarely,
Okay.
they just don't, you know, it's like a counter pane, rarely gets washed.
Yes.
But if you do, to do it in a bath if you can, if you've got access to a bath or a tub.
Don't have a bath.
No, but you've got a tub, got plenty of barrels, and then hang dry it.
Okay.
And then it will wrinkle a bit, but
Yeah.
hopefully you won't have to wash it that much. You just give it a good shake and a whack every now
I'm
and
sure
again.
we can do that.
So this is in plum colour, and there's an interesting variety of plum colour out there, but the reverse side gives you the plum. Obviously a quilt can be used either way, and we've got her heart, and because she's a girly, we've got some extra flowers.
It's beautiful.
There we go.
Woman herself is here, Diane. Diane is going to be making a special guest appearance on Wednesday the 8th of May, and she will be announcing the winner of that beautiful Doutzen quilt. But today she's brought along the Yolanda one, and I think this is one of my favourites. And on the back, so we've got all those gorgeous little horses on the back. It's another work of art, Diane.
Oh, thank you.
It really is.
Thank you.
And what's the other thing that you've brought along?
I brought along what they're called minimalist, I can't even say it, minimalist wallets. So basically they're for any type of card, like your driving licence, bus pass, credit cards, store cards, and some notes. So they're just a little wallet, and they have 3 little pockets. So they're not a change purse, they're just literally a little, called a minimalist, what if I knew how to say it? A tiny wallet.
A tiny wallet.
A less fuss wallet, so that you literally just put it in your jog purse, put it in your pocket, and you've got your cards or notes or whatever you need.
And you've colour coded them.
Yeah, so what I've done is I've done Anya, Yolanda, Nika, Zhaukia, Ren, Mabel, Doutzen, and Micah in this one.
Yeah, so that's all the girls.
Yeah, and then we've got Hida, Hannes, Hoitzi, Iceman, Bear, Obi, Uber, Weirdo, Nero, and of course Mr. Jubbers, because Sharon wouldn't forgive me if I didn't do something.
No, she wouldn't,
Mr.
would
Jubbers.
she?
So
you can have one of the horses in your pocket.
You can have one of the horses in your pocket. They won't all look like this because they're all unique.
Okay.
Each one's individual. It just depends what material I've got. Oh, and the other thing to say is inside they're always a different material. So.
But that's what makes each and every one unique, just like the characters of each of the horses.
Yeah. So Frey and I are going to get them on the web at some point today. And they will vary, so you kind of, I don't know how we're going to do it, Frey, but there we go. We'll work that out
we'll
in a
put the
minute.
number of ones in stock at the moment, and then take it from there. See how many pre-orders you get.
Well, I don't know.